So Clive, Gus, thanks for joining us again. And today we have some Dynafit clothing to take us through.
Yeah, just a quick reminder about Dynafit. So a lot of people who have been involved maybe in ski touring over the years would recognise Dynafit as particularly a ski hardware brand, and that's where they came from, and that's what they're famous for, particularly in the Alps and anybody who tours in the UK. But in recent years, they've got into running, and that's been one of their fastest growing categories, and that involves shoes and clothing. So we're going to look at very quickly at both, and one particular ski boot as well. So, where do you want to start?
So yeah, I mean, with a start, particularly relevant coming into winter, but as we will also see going into next spring, we introduce a new shell. So just as we kind of very briefly said there, Rob, you know, we're coming into the season where people are considering the spine race or winter races, and to go light or to not, or go Gore-Tex or to not, or what features do you need? You're running, you keep up sweat, you're exerting yourself, but you've got to keep the elements at bay. So we have for winter 21 a brand new shell. We've named this the Alpine Gore-Tex. A few features that we've seen from our products before is that we've got lazy cut vents in the jacket itself, so to give you that breathability when you are exerting yourself, and also a revisit of the overpack construct, which allows you to put the whole rucksack underneath your jacket and not have buckles or tabs rub or abrade on the inside of the membrane fabric.
So if you're wearing a racing vest, you can just put this straight on over the top. You don't have to get the racing vest off and It just lands.
Wow, that's seriously cool.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I don't know, a lot of people might say, well, actually, I just want to put my race vest over the top so I can access kit. I suppose the honest answer to that is if you are trying to access more than what is in the front of your chest, your vest, okay, fair enough.
I think it just depends, doesn't it? If it's a day like today, which is here, where you on, off, that's what you'd probably do. If it's chucking it down all day, you just put it on all the time, wouldn't you, sir?
And am I right in saying this is a blend of materials, blend of Gore-Tex materials?
So it's a pack-like active shell construct. And if I show you kind of physically what that looks like on the inside, you might not be able to see from the camera, but you basically have two kinds of membrane on the inside of the jacket. But with the Pack-Lite Plus, you have a kind of a reinforced face fabric, where typically Pack-Lite Plus was renowned for being a bit crisp-packety and a bit lightweight. You've got a much tougher face fabric here, so you've got something which is a bit burlier, doesn't have that almost instant wet out effect where you've got that lightweight material, and it's still robust enough that you can roll it up, sling it in your pack, pull it out, and actually rely on it in horrendous British weather.
That sounds great. And I guess it's that blend of fabrics as well, because, like the active does breathe. So it's as good as any waterproof membrane can. And yet with the Pack Plus, it's a matter of getting that weight down, isn't it?
So, you're looking at a really good lightweight functional jacket with the features that, you might see on some ski jackets. So a gusseted hood. So by having that seal on the inside of the hood, it's really going to wrap around your face. The back of the hood is pre-elasticated, so you're saving the weight by not having excess toggles. And then on the cuffs itself, elasticated wrist. And by having these, you're going to cinch it around your wrist and not have moisture running down your arms.
And you've got both, I think you've got the women's just there and the men's just beside as well.
So, yeah, brand new jacket for winter 22 and something we'll see more of going into next year.
And what other goodies have you got to show us then on the clothing side of things? Because I'm sure there's other things lurking on that rail just waiting to be seen.
So on the winterized theme, what we also have is a long-sleeved and hooded, brushed back, winter-suited running top. So the Alpine long sleeve is exactly that. It's designed to keep the elements at bay when it's particularly winterized, disgusting, and you need a slightly more durable layer next to your skin than just a basic T-shirt.
And what's the difference with the black area just around the sort of the neck and the chin and the sides as well? Is that a differing fabric, or is it?
It's a higher stretch fabric, so that's not brushed back. So again, it's going to be difficult to see on the screen, but the blue zones have actually got a brushed back pile feel to them. So designed to trap a bit more heat and feel a little bit softer next to the skin. And the black areas themselves are just it's pure lycra, so it's Carvico lycra, and it just gives you that stretch and natural fit and conformity to your body to basically give kind of you want to trap the air next to your skin, but you don't want so much movement that that hot air then just escapes and is replaced with cold air again.
That's brilliant. I mean, I guess for me, I'm in that stage now of converting from wearing shorts most of the time to leggings, because this past week feels like it's transitioned from summer to autumn almost instantly. And I know that now the nights are drawing in as well. The head torch has been dusted off more often than it is not.
And then, so the final piece worth talking about is what Clive's got here. So this is the Free Alpha Direct. So sitting in our range of our ski products, we have the free category, which is free ride touring, which I guess you consider to be, the bread and butter for the UK skier. Speed, which is taking everything down to a lighter level than race, so getting up the hill as fast as you can. With the Free Alpha Direct, what they have looked at here is a longer construction, more pockets, a mountaineering cut, so something which is close to the body without being race fit and skin tight. And then the real benefit to the technology comes from having this slightly deeper pile that you can see in the back of the hood, and which is actually next to the back of Clive's back and his torso. And that is the Alpha Direct. So if you're familiar with Alpha, where it's a kind of
Polotech product.
Yeah. So rather than having the pile contained in kind of a sandwich layer of nylon, what you've got is actual free fibers. So it traps the air less uniformly, so you can't lose it as easily. It warms you up incredibly quickly, but it also dumps the heat when you need it if you're moving at a bit of a storm uphill. So the idea is trying to find that optimum balance of warmth, retention, and breathability.
And having used products with that technology in, I think it is one of the most underrated kind of fabrics or materials that's come out in recent times. It's really good. It's the best of both worlds. It's both really warm, but also really breathable as well. So, people often associate getting warm with getting sweaty, but that doesn't always have to be the case if the jacket is as breathable as it can be.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Brill, thanks ever so much. And we'll run through some running shoes very shortly.
Right. Cheers, Rob.
Cheers.